see. Yeah, this employee is still late.
Good morning, Miss. I'm so sorry for being late again. I'm not stuck in traffic jam on my way to work.
Oh, it's okay. Sit down, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Miss. I'm really sorry for being late. I have to send my 5-year-old daughter to preschool, so I promise I won't be late again.
Oh, it's okay. Please sit down. We will discuss it later.
Fine. Thank you.
Hello, sorry Miss, I'm back again. The public transport is crowded again, and I was stuck in traffic jam.
It's okay. Please sit down. We will discuss it later.
Employees being late become the major problem of the company, in which human resource manager try to think of any way to solve the problem.
For the first question, what are the working hour options available to the company? This question inquires about the various choices or alternatives regarding the working hours that are offered or accessible to the company's employees. In my opinion, working shift can be practiced in this company. A working shift refers to a specific period of time during which an individual is scheduled to work. Shifts are commonly used in industrial that require continuous operations such as healthcare, manufacturing, retail, and services. They can be organized in various ways, including day shift, night shift, and rotation shift, to ensure coverage around the clock. This allows working time to be organized and time management will be effective. Other than that, working in shift will increase employee productivity and sleep quality of shift workers. Employee can work during the day or at night. However, working time should not be less than 8 hours.
Other than that, the working hour options available to the company is flexible working hour system. A flexible working hour system can help the company to address these problems by allowing the employees to choose their own working hours within a specified range as long as they fulfill the required number of working hours. For example, the company can set a core time of 4 hours when all employees must be present at work and a flexible time of 4 hours when the employees can decide when to start and end their work. Alternatively, the company can allow the employees to work from home or other locations for some days of the week as long as they can communicate and coordinate with their colleagues and supervisors.
The third point is compressed work weeks, or CWW. Compressed work weeks is a flexible work arrangement where the number of days an employee have to work are reduced, but they would have to work more than 8 hours in a day. For example, employees will be given 2 to 3 days off to have their own personal time, but they will have to be in a schedule of 4 days in 10 hours or 3 days in 12 hours. Compressed work weeks, in some cases, they will also include a higher working days than the usual working days due to seasonal fluctuation. Seasonal fluctuation is the variation in demand of a certain products or services depending on the season, the traditions, and so on. CWW will be introduced in work weeks of more than 5 days and followed by a numbers of days off. In this case, for Syarikat Indrail, it is stated that several employees are having problems with their transportation and have family commitments and so on. So, by implementing compressed work weeks in the company, this would give advantage to the employees who have family commitments to have their bonding time with their family, for example, sending their kids to school. And for those who have problems with long distances between workplace and their home, this can prevent them by always come late to work, because they can come to work in a specific time or at another day. So therefore, the company should consider compressed work weeks as an option as a working hour.
Moving to the next question, which is what steps should the human resource management to take to find out whether changing the working hours would solve the problem of the company is facing. The question highlights whether the human resource manager should change the time in order to solve the problem of the company, and what steps should the human resource take in order to solve it. But changing the time working will affect a lot of things in the company. For instance, the production quantity and the productivity of an employee might decrease, and the time for working was set since the first day of the company established. Changing the time might not be able to solve the problem completely. The human resource manager shall consult with the employee to manage their own time wisely, or making a schedule as a way to manage their own time. There are experienced employees in the company, and they should know how to reach to the workplace punctually. The punctuality is a value that every employee must have in themselves. As a human resource manager, my idea is that for employees who own their own household could go send their own child to the school before 7:30 a.m. as most of the students need to reach to the kindergarten or the school before 7:30 a.m. After sending their child or children, they could go straight to the workplace instead of stopping by somewhere else for less unnecessary business. Usually the traffic jam hour at Kota Kinabalu is around 7 till 10 a.m. Estimate 1 hour for the employees stuck in the jam and reach their workplace around 9 a.m. And secondly, for the employees who usually take public transport, they shall know which was the most early public transport, that just so they can reach to their workplace punctually, and they shall wake up early and put some effort to get the most early public transport and reach their workplace. They can take a short nap if they didn't get enough rest at the workplace. In conclusion, the employees need to know how to use their own time wisely and try to change their own habit. There is always a way to overcome the traffic jam, in which they shall know how to avoid the jam. That is for me. Thank you very much.
Let me continue the presentation. My first point is give time. Not all employers can adapt with a new environment or new ways. For example, manager already give flex time to them. The flex time also have a disadvantage, such as flex time can hurt communication among employer and management. Time conflicts will inevitably arise when arranging meeting, interview, and training. So, by giving a period time will help manager know if working hours would solve the problem of company facing. My second point is ask for feedback. This is important. Feedback is a helpful information or criticism that is given to someone to say what can be done to improve a performance, product, or else. Often, the company uses customer feedback to improve its product, but in organization, we use employer feedback to know if there any problem. So, by having a feedback of employer, the manager can know and also can fix it more.
Lastly, communication.
Communication is an interaction between two people or more, verbally or non-verbal. Communication is important in daily life, especially when people are interacting to each other to tell something, to get something, or to know something. Communication in organization between the employer and the employee is important. It is because when they are interacting with each other, they can exchange information, opinion, and ideas. In addition, communication in organization also to maintain the harmony in the company. HRM suggests the employee to communicate with the employer about how changing working hours affect them. The employer can know about how it benefits them with their employee at work. Communication is a good way to know the employee's opinion. With this method, the employer, the HRM, can know if the method communication can solve the problem that they are facing.